They said you were incapable of achieving that goal you had set in your mind for as long as you can remember.
They said you weren't good enough to be the person you envisioned yourself being. They said you couldn't do it based on your lack of ability. All these words thrown at you making you feel miserable. But did you let it affect you? Or did you listen and decide to not bother at all?
Antelphobia is the fear of not being good enough. That's what got to you, wasn't it? That affected your very own decision to try and put your all into it.
It was grade 9, choir auditions. I was always interested, but something held me back. Auditions. That word scared me and made me feel small. Has this ever happened to you? The urge to want to try, but your mind tells you no. You can't do it, or you're not good enough. The skills or talents that were within you weren't good enough. That constant battle of being afraid to do things out of my comfort zone was my worst enemy.
My father had always questioned my ability to balance both work and school as a teenager. All that would ever leave his mouth was how incapable I was into succeeding in school. He questioned if I would ever graduate school, and he would make comments about me not getting into university at all.
Someone who is afraid of change, who didn't take much risks, who was always afraid of the perspective of others. I was nervous and scared, thinking about how everyone else would think of me instead of focusing on what I viewed myself to be. Nervous to speak up, scared to show my talents, afraid to do new things. Until this year, I realized I was fighting a battle to be confident. Isn't that what we need? Confidence? Believing we are capable into achieving whatever comes our way? We could do so many things.
These words would eat me up, creating someone who was disappointed and hopeless, which was the girl I became for the longest time.
Well, instead of believing, I gave up. Energy and motivation was all drained by my dad's comments. I felt unappreciated, not knowing if my talents or skills were good enough.
One day I told my friends how hurt and confused I was with myself. How I became unmotivated because of the put-downs I was facing in my daily life. I was told that no matter how many negative comments were being spat out towards me, I should let them bounce off the walls. That was when I realized that my actions only benefit me and no one else. I started to focus and prioritize on what was important to me. Organizing and time managing was what helped me the most. In this process, I started to progress in both school and work, without the feeling of being lost and disappointed in myself. If I was improving, it meant I was capable of doing it.
Alright, go. When I first started choir, I was so insecure. However, throughout the years, I started to believe in myself. Little by little, I would take one step out of my comfort zone. Not only did it help me in singing, but believing in myself gave me the confidence to do other things. All the inspiring people we hear today have confidence. Taking baby steps in order to believe that we are capable of doing amazing things is what we should strive to do. Confidence doesn't just come in a blink of an eye. It is something earned and gained day by day. Martin Luther King and Kid President. They were not afraid to do things that they believed in. Their ideas were worthy of someone's time. They didn't let their motivation die down. They took small steps and achieved their goals. We must keep on going and not look back. Rosa Parks became an example of a voice to help people suffering from discrimination, or Terry Fox, who became a great inspiration to cancer patients worldwide.
They never gave up.
As Gandhi said, you may never know what results come of your action, but if you do nothing, there won't be results. The minute you let someone get to you, it means you're letting yourself be the person they expect you to be. Knowing that you gave it your all is enough to say that you overcame an obstacle.
As Ed Sheeran once said, I can't tell you the key to success, but the key to failure is trying to please everyone.
Go. Find something that you have always wanted to do, but couldn't because you doubted yourself. Work your way up and never look back. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, because chances are they're the ones who are afraid to see you succeed when they know they're not capable of doing it themselves.
Imagine standing outside as you see your family and friends, and down the line you see a big box, and in that box is your life decisions. How will you want to be remembered? For the things you did, or for the things you could have done?
The minute you want to give up, stop yourself and think about why you wanted your accomplishment in the first place.